Empires are remembered not only for their conquests, but for the ideas and identities they create. In the early 16th century, a young warrior from a religious order rose to power and established one of the most influential empires in Middle Eastern history. The Safavid Empire. From humble beginnings, this empire would transform Persia into a major political, cultural, and religious power. It built magnificent cities, promoted art and architecture, and most importantly, established Shi'a Islam as the foundation of the Persian state. But like many great empires, the Safavids eventually faced internal weakness, external threats, and eventual collapse. This is the fascinating story of how the Safavid Empire rose, flourished, and ultimately fell. The Safavid Empire began with Shah Ismail I, who established the dynasty in 1501. Shah Ismail came from a religious movement known as the Safavid Sufi order, which had gained followers across Persia and Anatolia. With the support of loyal warriors known as the Ismail captured the important city of Tabriz and declared himself the Shah of Persia. One of his most important and controversial decisions was to declare Twelver Shi'a Islam as the official religion of the state. At the time, most of the Islamic world was Sunni. This decision not only shaped Persia's religious identity, but also created political and religious rivalry with neighboring Sunni powers, particularly the Ottoman Empire. Thus, religion became a central pillar of Safavid state power. The Safavid Empire quickly became involved in conflicts with powerful neighbors. The most important of these conflicts was against the Ottoman Empire. In 1514, the Safavids suffered a major defeat at the Battle of Chaldiran. The Ottomans used advanced artillery and firearms, while the Safavid army relied heavily on cavalry forces. This technological disadvantage led to a decisive Ottoman victory. Despite this defeat, the Safavids managed to survive and maintain control over Persia. Over time, they strengthened their administrative system and consolidated their authority across the region. The Safavid Empire reached its peak during the reign of Abbas I of Persia, who ruled from 1588 to 1629. Shah Abbas is widely considered the greatest Safavid ruler. He introduced several major reforms, reorganized the army, and reduced the power of the Khazars, created a professional standing army loyal to the Shah, strengthened the economy and trade networks, promoted diplomacy with European powers. One of his greatest achievements was transforming Isfahan into a magnificent imperial capital. Isfahan became famous for its beautiful architecture, gardens, mosques, and marketplaces. The city's centerpiece was the Grand Naxi Jahan Square, one of the largest and most impressive public squares in the world. During Shah Abbas's reign, the Safavid Empire enjoyed political stability, economic prosperity, and cultural brilliance. The Safavid period is often regarded as one of the greatest cultural eras in Persian history. Artistic expression flourished across the empire. Safavid carpets became world famous for their intricate designs and craftsmanship. Persian miniature paintings reached new levels of sophistication, while poetry and literature continued to thrive. Architecture was particularly remarkable. Safavid architects built stunning mosques decorated with colorful tiles and complex geometric patterns. Cities like Isfahan, Shiraz, and Tabriz became centers of culture, learning, and commerce. These cultural achievements helped solidify the Safavid Empire's reputation as a major civilization. The Safavid economy benefited greatly from its strategic location between Europe and Asia. Persia was positioned along important trade routes that connected the Mediterranean world with Central Asia and India. Merchants traded goods such as silk, carpets, textiles, precious metals. Shah Abbas encouraged international trade and even welcomed European merchants to conduct business in Safavid cities. This global trade network brought wealth and prosperity to the empire. Despite its earlier success, the Safavid Empire began to weaken after the death of Shah Abbas. Later, rulers lacked strong leadership skills and were often influenced by court politics and corruption. Several problems contributed to the empire's decline: weak leadership, economic challenges, military decline, internal power struggles as central authority weakened. Provincial leaders gained more independence, and the empire became increasingly unstable. The final blow came in 1722, when Afghan forces, led by Mahmud-e-Hotak, invaded Persia and captured the capital city of Isfahan. The Safavid government collapsed, and the dynasty effectively lost control of the empire. Although some attempts were made to restore Safavid rule, the empire never fully recovered. Eventually, new rulers replaced the Safavids, bringing an end to one of Persia's most influential dynasties. Although the Safavid Empire eventually collapsed, its legacy remains extremely significant. The Safavids permanently established Shi'a Islam as the dominant religion of Iran, shaping the country's identity for centuries. Their contributions to architecture, art, culture, and governance also left a lasting mark on Persian civilization. The Safavid Empire remains one of the most important chapters in the history of the Middle East. If you enjoyed learning about the rise and fall of the Safavid Empire, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon for more fascinating history content.